Because most of our communication is by sound, and sound occurs due to an entity called you, I, he, and she. And all of these entities exist because of the intricate connectedness at the subtle level of emotions, feelings, thought, which is cultural. So immediately when you speak, it is going to be modified by the cultural nuances of the recipient. Now, these words of absolute, relative, again, they have a very strong cultural connotation. And sometimes also, if you are religious or connected, religious connotation. Now, all what it means really is that we human beings have an origin that is beyond the limitations of dualities and the relative world. It is beyond anything that you can imagine. Mind and imagination is a consequence of the occurrence of life connected with matter, material, so-called body, hard, soft, gas, air, and the electrons, power of fire, if you like. So, every one of us is living in this world as human beings with relative movements. This is good, this is better, this is best. If it is best, also it becomes worst. And then again it becomes bad, much better, and so, this is how it is, it's relative. What you consider was very important for you as a 3-year-old, you will ridicule as a 30-year-old, and so on and so on and so forth. So when you are in your 70s, 80s and so on, many of the things that were ambition and important for you to achieve and do and so on and write, you find it ridiculous. You become ashamed with what you wrote in your 20s when you are in your 70s. Really, did I do that? Please don't show it to me. Or take my name away. Because you have morphed and moved in what? In consciousness. Towards the absolute. We have all emerged from the relative, from the absolute, in the relative of the womb, birth, not birth, breathing in, breathing out, night, day, acceptable, rejectable. All of it emanating from the absolute. Truth is absolute. If you calibrate more frequently with the absolute, then your judgments becomes less vicious, less violent, less obnoxious. Also, you always accept the truth that you are caught in the human frame. You cannot but use your mind, because it's your mind that connects the so-called you, the shadow you, the ego you, the ever-changing you, with the absolute light in you. So mind is essential, but it becomes an obstacle if you really want to calibrate with the absolute. You need to still your mind. You need to, if you like, transcend the mind, just go around it. If you kill it, you've killed the human. You can't. If you've killed the human, you've killed the absolute also. Because the human is a human because of its divinity. Humanity and divinity are inseparable. So address your humanity. You have to take care of it. If you are hungry, you cannot speculate, philosophize, or be in a good meditative mood. Feed the animal. Take care of the body. Take care of its organs and the mind. Still it, quieten it. And then you may be at the edge of that which is beyond it, which is the absolute. So the exercise of life is accepting, dealing with the relative, doing your best in that gymnastic of up and down, good and bad. And appropriateness is right in the middle. The point of the balance in the middle doesn't move. But one end of the scale is very good, the other scale is very bad. But if you want to calibrate regularly to the middle, then you are most qualified to connect the relative with the absolute, which they are connected anyway. But now you have to do it with your own volition, by will. Already is there. There is no space, no place, no time that God's touch or truth is not already touched it. But have you touched it? You now have to accept the theory, apply it, and then see wherever you turn is truth. It may be a spark hidden within a whole mass of lies and darkness. It cannot be otherwise. There is, in truth, there is only absolute, but access to that truth is through the camouflage and the veils of dualities, pluralities, the relative situations, this, that, and the other. In truth, there is neither this, nor that, nor the other. None other than the one only.